Bring up! I can make it! I can make it! Pull up now! I can make it! I'm okay!
As a matter of fact, that was.
No more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
What's up, horror fiends? Yes, your boy Ricky fucking Grimes. I'm back. Horror Fiend TV, three corners of horror. We got my special best friend in the world, Angel. Voices from the mausoleum. How are you today, Angel?
I'm good. I haven't been on y'all's channel in a really long time. I kind of bullied my way back in.
Hey, well.
And we got the man of the hour, JR. What up, my brother?
Our second shark film. Is this one a nice bait, or was it just a simple, well, waiting for a tug?
That's right. I forgot to mention, it ain't Shark Week at Horror Fiend TV. It's Shark Month. Yeah, so that's right. Good shout. Joe the psychologist. What up, sir? How are you, brother?
I'm good. Yeah, actually, my first time seeing this movie, so we're gonna find out.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's my first time, so we'll find out if it's chum.
So we will be discussing Bait 2012 film. If you want to watch it, it is on Amazon or Tubi with ads, or if you want to go the Plex route, you can watch it on Plex. This film is directed by Kimball Randall and it stars Sharni Vincent as Tina, Xavier Samuels as Josh, and Julian McMahon as Doyle. A film where a group of various individuals are trapped in this Australian supermarket after a powerful tsunami hits the coastline, and the ones who aren't already dead are hunted by a pair of 12-foot-long great white sharks. Let's get this party started. Angel, I'm going to start with you. What you thought about this film?
Yeah, so this is my second time watching it. I rewatched it so we could talk about it. I saw this for the first time last summer, and I kind of had already heard to kind of go into it with like a relaxed mood about, not expecting anything too crazy. I think this is a really fun movie. I am when I watch shark movies, that's what I want. I want sharks. I want people to die. I don't want a whole lot of backstory. And while this does give you some story, thankfully, I felt like it was background to all of the other stuff with the water. Being trapped was a really cool idea. I loved that. I thought it was really fun. I think it's the kills and stuff are good, which I know we're going to get to later. And it was even fun on a second watch. I laughed a lot. It's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah. Hi, GR, what's up? What you thought about this film? I know you saw it before, right?
Yeah, I've seen it like 3 times. The funny part is when I rewatched it, I accidentally watched the Bait 3D. I'm like, wow, these CGI looks pretty bad, but I realized
wait a minute, there's a non-3D version of this?
This is not 3D version.
There is.
It's a not 3D version. I'm like, wow, I don't remember the.
That's why I felt kind of weird when I rewatched it.
No, I agree with Angel. It's a fun movie. It's a different type of premise. I mean, tsunami, stuck in a grocery store. Mm-hmm. After a robbery, while robbery's taking place, which was another added, twist to it with the whole, animosity between these two people. Well, few people. And I mean, the scene behind me, I mean, that was one of my favorite scenes throughout the whole film. But one question: what kind of car do you have? Because that car could withstand not taking in water. I want it.
It took a while.
Yeah. Nothing came in through the cracks or anything.
Nothing.
Nothing to nothing at all.
Mind you, they had just enough space.
The water was just enough to get out of the sunroof.
What up? Now, Joe, this is your first viewing?
Yeah.
I'm very curious about you. I saw it so many. I'm already spoiler warning. I fucking love this. But hey, I got my reservations though. It ain't fucking Jaws. So what up, man? What up?
All right, so I was messaging you when you were saying, "Oh, I forgot this movie was 3D." I'm like, "Is that why it looked that way?"
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Because I watched the version that was 3D, and I didn't have 3D glasses. I have some I would have, if I wish I knew that I was watching the 3D version, I would have put them on. But I'm like, this looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, which like we said, we're gonna talk about kills, and then Angel says she loved the kills. I was kind of like, so where are the kills? I mean, you know, we had so many victims in here, and I'll close it off towards the end. But I kind of felt with so many people, I would have seen, I don't know, just maybe
More.
2 or 3 walk out of there. I'll close it out at the end. I didn't hate the movie. I'll be honest, I didn't hate it. Probably if I watch the 2D version, it'll look a little better.
Yeah,
You know,
It's
especially
not that much better because it was
It's
still
not that
made
much
for 3D. No, it's still made
All
for
right.
3D.
because, like I said, you know, like when the helicopters were flying over everything, and I'm like, Juan of the Dead had much better CGI than this did.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that was on, you know, like no shade on it, but like literally, you know, independent, low budget, you know, Cuban type of stuff. This is like Australian, you know, it's not American, but they got money.
Yeah.
So when I saw some of the effects, I'm like, But you know, it is a fun movie. For me, what I felt was because they introduced so many characters that I was gonna get to see a whole lot of chomping, and
Wow.
that was my only one of the few down things that I would say against it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I seen this movie. This film came out what 2012,
2012.
and you guys know, man, I was not a fan of 90s horror. I saw Candyman for the first time like just a few years ago. You know, that's like a 90s film.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about that era. It's just I don't know. It was a decline for me personally. But I love the early 2000s into like 2000. You know, let's say 2000 around this era, between this 2015, 16, 17. It's so many. I think horror had a resurgence, and the problem was a lot of films came out that became popular. What happened was, boom, 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 boom. Then everybody started making it. I forgot what movie came out. I think maybe Open Water started it with the whole shark craze. There's
Yeah.
tons of shark movies during
Yep.
this time, so it's very hard to stick out. And this movie stuck out to me because it was in a supermarket. It was 2 sharks, one in the parking area, one in the main area, obviously, and it was a natural disaster put all these characters together in the same place. You know, some good guys, some not so good guys, and some in between. So you got this whole cast of characters that shouldn't be together, but yet here they are. So I did enjoy all of that, and the performances, you know, some were weak, but for the majority of it, pretty damn good. Now again, I didn't realize it was 3D, so yeah, I was like, damn, man, this movie has not aged well as far as the effects.
No.
But
And I sat there, I was like, Deep Blue Sea is like, you know, like Academy. type
no,
of
I got it.
CGI.
All right, hold on. You
Like-
guys are lucky I was not on that show. You guys were praising Deep Blue Sea special effects, mind you. Deep Blue Sea.
For the time.
Hold on.
For
No,
the
no.
time.
Yes, for the time. But you know what came out before Deep Blue Sea? Jurassic Park. So that's no excuse for those bad. When
Yeah, but-
Samuel L. Jackson was killed, and I put that in the video purposely.
I know, but I mean,
That was
again,
horrible. So there wasn't anything in this one that looked as bad as that. That Samuel L. Jackson kill was horrid, bro. At least here, all right, it's 3D, and 3D doesn't mix well. It doesn't age well, essentially, when
Yeah,
you watch it in this 2D format. You know what I mean? But yes, there is some effects are off. I'll give
Yeah.
it that. But at least one thing I would say before we carry on, the sharks actually did look pretty good when when they're under the water,
Yep.
when they're circling around, when it really counted. You know, and then even when it ate people. We'll get into that a bit later, but JR, man, let's talk about these kills, bro, because I know you've been chomping at the bit to talk about these kills, bro. Now, Joe says there isn't much. Talk to me, brother. What do you thought? Do you think not enough or just enough for you?
I thought not for nothing. The damn, this is gonna sound so mean. The best kill for me was the accidental death of the guy trying to get to the power. And he put himself in the. Now I'm thinking like, why would you do this whole getup?
The guy who drowned?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Steven.
That for me was the best accidental kill.
But it was good because
It was good because
it
he's
felt
like-
real. It
No,
just
it
felt.
helped on that one too. The music kind of made you like, oh no. So
Yeah, for me, I'm like, this is when he starts putting the whole thing together. I was like, this is not a good idea.
nope.
Not good. And then you put weights on. Yeah, dude, I don't think you need the weights. But then, if I was to take one besides that, I mean, I forgot the name of the guy who basically I think he was the first death by the shark, and he gets brought into the water. I think he was like a cop.
Yeah. No, he was a security guard, right?
Security guard. He gets brought into the water, and he gets slammed into the freezer, and then he goes under the water, and then he comes back up. I thought it was a pretty cool kill. The only question I have is when did the shark bite the rest of from the shoulder to the?
Yeah.
The,
I'm gonna go with off screen.
yeah, but I thought that was cool. I liked it that
right.
where the head was just floating.
Rick came with his gloves on to defend this film.
No.
It's all good. No, it's good when sometimes somebody comes in to defend it.
But yeah, it's because sometimes we got different opinions, but it's not like I'm not gonna be like Evil Dead over here. Where I was like, whoa, Joe, I'm gonna fucking ring your neck.
Yeah, I know you. And I was ready for you.
But Joe, let's go to you then, bro. You said there wasn't much, so what you did see? What did you like?
Well, no, I mean, I did like. I worked at a supermarket, and I had asshole managers. So when the supermarket manager, I knew what was gonna happen. I mean, if you see these movies, you're stupid to not realize when you're dangling somebody over water, the shark's gonna fucking get them.
Yeah.
The effects were great in that scene. I actually did like it. I like seeing the entrails and everything just all sitting there hanging. But like I said, you had so many people, and for me, horror movies, survivors should be no more than 3. And you had like a whole group come out of there. I wanted some of them to get eaten. Yeah. Only because I do know who some of them are. So that just gives the movie a little bit more cred on the fact that you're willing to kill your more known actors. Because this is Australian, remember. So these are big people in Australia. So if you would have, Tonkin,
Phoebe.
Phoebe. If you would have killed off Phoebe, I mean, and actually even between Josh and Tina, like for me, it was too many people walked out of the goddamn place. I mean, like that's where I was just like, no.
I typically have the same mindset that Joe's saying. Like when you watch a shark movie, like I want a lot of shark, which is, I was one of the reasons I've said like I haven't watched The Shallows, because I hear it's a lot of really great stuff, but not a lot of shark, and that always deters me. So I think that like when I say I thought the kills were really good, I'm not actually just talking about the shark. I actually thought for what this movie was, especially considering when it came out, the scene when the water first hits everything, some of those kills were really good.
Okay.
There's that. Oh, I couldn't get into this earlier, Joe, because we weren't talking about kills.
Yeah.
So, but like that, there's that one in particular that I felt like was that lady got slammed into those things where that whatever it was like wrapped around her and like threw her back, and then her like later.
And the one saw hit the one person in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like all of that stuff was like such a crazy like, and that's before the sharks are introduced. Like, well, I mean, we get the one in the beginning, but you know what I mean? Like before they're introduced to the thing. And so like, I thought that whole setup and watching all of those people that are just standing around get slammed and knocked around and we're down to how many, I thought that was really good. The guy in the made up cage, I thought was a really good thing to do without making it a shark kill, because it's like, you do want to try to do whatever you can to survive, I guess. But like, you think you're doing something that's helpful, and then like watching him, and then you're thinking like, I forgot about the weights. Even as a second watch, I was like, I can't remember why he doesn't get back up. And then I was like, oh, that's right, they weighted him down. Yeah. Like that was like for me. Like I'm so afraid of water. Like that part really got to me. I love the kill of the guy hanging over when the shark comes up. Like
that's my favorite
I thought all
kill.
of that was really good. I loved the scenes. Like, and this isn't specifically a kill, but I think the shots with the sharks is one of the things that made up for me for not having more kills, because they did look so good and we did get so much of them, and that made me happy, because that's what I'm looking for in a shark movie.
Yeah, exactly. You stole my thunder, but I'm glad someone said it. It's to me, it's not just the shark kills. When the tsunami hit.
Yeah.
And not just, you mentioned like all the deaths during it, which is, they're not gonna show them all, because just seeing the people get knocked around and stuff. But whenever they show the underwater shots and you saw the jellyfish and all the various tropical fish, and you see the dead body floating and the other one rotting around, body parts in the water, I'm like, damn, I don't care, man. Like I don't see that much. I could take a few shark kills, but those underwater sequences, That was creepy to me. Way creepier than the shark kills, because the shark kills were campy at times. Like you mentioned, the guy hanging up. Shark jumps up, grabs, rips him in half like a Mortal Kombat fatality, and he sits there, his eyes closed, and he just drips down. Like, oh man, it's fucking cool, man.
Oh no, my legs are gone.
Yeah. Well, hey, I tell you what, if you get ripped in half, you're not just gonna die instantly. You kind of got a few moments of like.
You can survive that.
You can survive that. Yeah.
Well, the funny part is when that happened, they're still
So
holding.
they're watched. Like let go. Like literally at this point, let go. I mean, give him an opportunity to fight this. You're basically like living. You're holding.
I don't think there was no opportunity to fight.
I mean, no.
To be fair, there is no opportunity to fight. But yeah, as far as kills, yeah, that was my favorite kill. The guy who shark jumped, grabbed him, ripped him in half. That was pretty good. Yeah, and then you got whenever a lot of the kills, for one thing, when they did kill people, they ate them. The shark ate the people, and you see him chomping at him, biting him, the chunks flying out of his mouth, arms, fingers floating in the water, very like just nonchalantly. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking cool. Like you don't really see that much in a shark movie. A shark attack, blood in the water, and that's it. You don't see the parts and this and that. You don't see the grisly aftermath of what a shark does. And I really did enjoy those scenes as far as the violence is concerned. But yeah, overall, I think the kills, like Joe, I can see your point though. You don't like a lot of survivors. I'm the same way, bro. You know me. It's just. But
I mean,
for a movie like this though, like I said, if you play your cards right, you can't survive this because you got all this shelter. The sharks are in the water.
You don't have to be in the water.
Yeah. It's not like you're on a boat, for example. Then you survive. No. You got plenty of like one guy who JR seen there, the guy who helped these two escape. He could have just sat there the whole time and waited for help. You know what I'm saying? But he survived. But
I don't want a logical horror story.
Yeah, but bro,
where
listen.
They can all sit up there and write it out. I want something where people are eating.
Yeah, but the problem is when people get eaten, it's the law of diminishing returns. I'd rather have few kills and they're good.
Seeing more people like having eaten away, and then all these people walk out.
The greatest shark movie of all time. If you look at it,
I know.
It had less kills than this one.
But I know, but the door was open for more in this one.
I agree.
That's
I
the difference.
agree with
That's
you.
the difference. If Bruce had been in a supermarket, Bruce had eaten a whole lot of more of that.
It's funny because there's a whole supermarket full of people. And about 7 people out of, like, let's say 30, 40, 50, 60 people survived. And Joe says, that's too much.
I mean, like I said, like Bruce took down the boat. Like that, so these sharks could have, just said, all right, hold on, let me knock this shelf over. There's 4 of you on top of there. I can get one out of you, like basically process of elimination. Just let him get on there.
All right, motherfucker. Then you tell me, what would you have done if you were in that situation? If your legs were tickling in the water like that?
Well, I can tell you this much: if all 4 would have been stuck in the supermarket, I would have walked out of there. I mean, maybe one of you 3 would have.
I can't swim, so I would have died early.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, no, it's just somebody's got to be the sacrificial lamb, when you're trying to get away. So, I'm a big proponent that I got to survive. So,
all right,
I will trip you, and in this instance, I've told all my friends because I have I'm like the lone Puerto Rican in my group of friends. I'm like, listen, I watch horror movies. Like I know that normally the minority goes out first. Don't let me be behind you because I'm gonna trip you. And I'm gonna let them get you so I can keep going.
Good to know.
If I would have been in the situation like this, I would have tried to get out. I mean, I would have obviously watched how I can get out of here. I would not have tied that shit on me. I mean, I would have been like, Rick JR, I got an idea. I think I would make it out of this. Actually, I know I would make it out of it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, no, I would be okay. I mean, the swimming part is where I'm fucked. But, so long as the shark's not chasing me, I should be all right.
How about you, Angel? You making it or you dying?
So I don't even go like, well, I guess it depends on where you're at, where this is like available. But like, I don't even go get groceries and things I need on a regular basis. I get them delivered to my house. So the chances are, if this was me in a situation where like a tsunami comes and like knocks over a town, I probably died at my house, like from impact. Like I didn't even make it to the supermarket. I'm not
Waiting
like,
for your delivery.
yeah, I'm just like they're late. So like, but I think like if
There
I
are
were to be in anything.
Well, no, she's like, they're late. Man. They're getting taken down by tsunami.
By
She's
tsunami,
waiting for the
and I'm like,
delivery.
not tipping them. No, I think like, and if I were in a situation like this, I'm so terrified of sharks. Like, and I mean like irrationally afraid of sharks. Like when I was younger, when it would get dark outside and there would be like shadows in the swimming pool, I had to get out. Like I was like, I'm so irrationally afraid of sharks that if I knew that one was in the water, I'm just going to die sitting on top of a shelf. Like I'm not even willing to risk it. Like I would be so scared. There's no way.
How cool were the shark silhouettes over the overhead shots?
They
you
were.
see them circling
So
around.
good. Yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah.
JR, brother, my brother, my brother, my brother. How about you, sir? Now, JR, you're a sneaky motherfucker. This, out of the three of us, I trust you the least, man.
He'd be the one that I want to make sure that I'm behind.
He's always thinking. That's
I would
right.
make sure that JR is in front of me at this point. I'm not stupid because he tripped me. So
Well, no. See, I would have been on the farthest shelf, the one close to like the household supplies and stuff. You know, making my own little rig, and at the same time annoying the shit out of everybody to make them want to come after me so they could fall into the freaking water one by one.
he is right.
So I know I will survive because I'll just annoy the crap out of everybody so they have an option. Either they're going to try to kill me or they're going to get killed by the shark. They're not going to survive. So, yeah, I think I'll do good. And I think I would have killed this dude way earlier.
Yeah.
If I was free. Because the dude saves him, mind you. He literally lends the hand because he cut some dude's hand off to distract the shark.
Yeah.
That was tactical thinking right there.
Yeah.
That's chum in the water, JR.
Yeah, throw in the water, and this dude still calling him Freak Boy.
Yeah.
I would have been trying to kill off as many of the dudes as possible.
F that guy.
See, he thinks like me.
I would have, yeah. And
So
the funny
Junior,
part,
you and I would have survived it.
All right, to counter your argument, Joe, all the people who survived ended up being couples, or became couples in there.
Going to be couples if they were.
Yeah.
No.
So they would have had my ticket too.
Yeah, I agree.
If I'm walking out single, so are you.
And some of that was really forced.
If
too.
I'm walking out single, you're
Some
walking
of
out
that
single
was
too.
very forced.
Oh,
The guy that had like his name's like I don't know, he's like one
Doyle.
of the
Doyle.
actors.
Yeah, Doyle's
yeah,
character.
Julian McMahon.
But then
Yeah.
like laser
Yeah,
him
come on. This guy
before-
tried to rob the store, man.
Get out of here.
Was it his partner that had the gun or the gun or knife on her? His partner. Okay.
Yeah, because Doyle's character, from what I gathered, he was doing this against his will, and he was all right. I do this, and then we're done. You know.
Blackmailed. He was blackmailed.
Yeah. So I didn't see him as a nefarious character. The other guy was obviously because we thought he put the mask on a dead body in the water. Is that what he did? Wait, he took his clothes off too. Like how did?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah,
How did he take his
then
clothes
Doyle
off?
stabbed him, which is pretty cool.
The what? Yeah, the harpoon. Yeah.
Well, at
Yeah.
the same time, you're thinking, yo, this dude just stabbed this dude. What makes you think he's not going to stab?
But what I loved
anybody?
about that, going back to the kills, when they shoved the hook into that character, threw him in the water as bait.
Yeah.
The shark ate him, got hooked. But as the shark is moving, you can see the chunks of the guy still in his teeth,
Coming out.
and if coming out slowly, like if it was. See that kind of stuff.
That was a
great
good
too.
one. You're right.
It's those little things that drew me into this movie.
That's why she fell in love with him. All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, have either of you guys seen Charmed or Nip Tuck?
I seen Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck, yeah.
That's
I
where
knew it was from-
Julian is from.
Bro, that's Dr. Doom, bro.
Dr.
Come
Doom,
on.
man.
Well, it is. I know it is. I know it's Dr. Doom, but like he was great.
He's a mix
in-
up first. He was
He
in
was
Nip Tuck
in Nip
first.
Tuck first and Charmed. He
And
was in both
Charmed.
those-
I didn't know
both
about
those
Charmed. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
He was,
Julian
what's
McMahon. Yeah,
Bal-
I thought.
Balthazar. Hold on, Balthazar was that his name?
That sounds right.
I think so. Yeah, he was
I-
Alyssa
I got-
Milano's
I
husband.
got a quick question to ask you guys, though. I know it's not on the list, but did you feel that whole beginning portion with his buddy getting killed was needed in this movie at all?
No.
I think the reason why they did it, they explained that there were sharks in the area because of the whale season.
Right.
So it drew a lot of sharks
Supposed to
to
add the
that
logic.
Australian
Yeah, to-
coastline.
To why
They
he's
could have
working
done
in a
that with
suit.
the TVs though. They could have done that when he was watching the shows.
Yeah.
But I also didn't like that. Her name isn't Erin in this. Tina.
Tina.
Yeah, Tina.
Yeah.
Tina.
She had like this new boyfriend that she was like so in love with and so worried about, and then like he's dead under the water somewhere, and she's just like, oh
Yeah.
yes.
Like like oh my god.
1000%.
And even when he
1000%,
because he's
right.
sitting there swimming and she's already with her ex and he's like where's my girlfriend at? Oh, she's with her ex right
Yeah.
now. Let me
I could have
let
done
me
without that
sacrifice
stuff.
myself and put myself in a cage at this point. 'Cause, yeah, that was
Maybe he knew she wasn't over it. I don't know, but that was like talk about feeling forced. That was like too. That setup was like too much, like cookie cutter for. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, Angel, then let's take us home, Angel, since you're the guest of honor here.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna rate this normally. It is an older film. We
Yeah.
can't put it on the same scale.
I tried
as
that
newer
with
stuff,
Deep Lucy and Jared wouldn't let me do it, so we had to
No?
rate it.
so.
No, I said I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, I know. I
I
saw
was
that.
like, couldn't we do this because it's so? He's like, nope. I'm like, well, all right.
No, what I mean is, yeah, no, Jared's right though. You could rate it on our 1 to 5, but
You have the
it's
special
different.
categories.
Because we would have to compare this to what came out during that era, and it's hard to do right now. So we're just,
Alright.
But both of you guys made sense on that decision. But Angel, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. So I mean, I think this fun. I think this movie's fun. I think like of a lot of shark movies I watch that I might think are funny or entertaining, I won't rewatch. Like a lot of them, it's like, oh, I've seen it, I'm good. Like there's very few, that, that I'll watch like over and over and over again. And this is one that I think I would watch over and over again because I think it's fun.
It has a lot of replay value.
I mean, strictly, and the reason I'm going to give it the score I'm going to give it is strictly because of the amount of shark that we get, the way that the kills look in this, and the unique setup for where they are and what happened. So I would give this like a 4.
Oh, awesome, very awesome.
Yeah, but I preface that with the fact that this is not the same thing as like if I gave one of my favorite movies that I just love
Exactly.
Thank you.
This
Okay.
is as a
No.
fun shark summer movie from 2012.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's a review in a vacuum, essentially. So
Yeah. And so, but yeah, I think it has a lot of rewatch value simply because it is fun. And like, I don't know, it's like, it's the other one that I watch a lot, like the 47 meters movies. I watch those a lot back, like constantly. But this is just one that I think is really entertaining. And when I watch shark movies, I want to be entertained. It wasn't this slow, traumatic past with, what was that Alicia Silverstone movie? What was that one?
The Requiem.
The Requiem.
Jared loves that movie.
He's his favorite.
He's
I know.
like we like
10
he
out of
keeps
10.
telling us, but we won't do it because it's his favorite. Just because it's his favorite movie, we won't
His
watch
whole
it.
demeanor just like melted when I said it.
I know he keeps going. I hate it, even though going. He loves it, but
Yeah.
it's funny you mentioned it because he does hate it, but he always brings it up somehow, right?
does he hate
I'm
it?
trying to warn people not to watch it, man.
Are you
I'm trying to
sure?
do-
Are you
trying
sure?
to save, man.
Or do you love it so much you got to keep bringing it up? You know,
You would love it because you like Alicia Silverstone. You'd be like, oh my
do
god,
love
she
Alicia Silverstone,
should have
but-
gotten an Emmy
I don't
for
want-
it.
I don't
and
wanna
she
see
got
her
a
getting
Golden
another
Globe for it. It was her best
That's a
performance ever.
That's a walking Aerosmith video, bro. JR, your turn, my brother. Rate this film, bro.
Look, this film, you go into this film with just no expectation. It's just a shark film. Now, I would say my favorite scene throughout the whole film was these two in the water, under the water. I
One of
mean,
the better ones.
as silly as it was that the water is getting in there, their whole dialogue while they're stuck in there, where he's a rich snob who's a cheap rich snob.
The Gucci shoe.
There's Gucci shoes. They're not really Gucci, you know.
Yeah,
You know, and then the freaking dog in there. I
Listen,
know,
bully. Let's call it.
oh,
Bully
he
was
he
my
a
favorite
bully.
character in this film.
Oh my god.
the dog.
Real talk. Yeah, I love Bully.
But that whole conversation they were having in the car where she's yelling at him, "Come on, have you seen it?" He goes, "Yeah, I saw it. I'm just keeping it secret, so you know I don't have to tell you." I mean, that was
realistic.
these two were
Yeah.
freaking hysterical.
Yeah, it felt natural. It did.
And this is where you were talking about the silhouette of the shark. When they're sitting there
Oh
looking
my
for the
God.
shark and the shark goes behind them.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh my God! Yes, they don't put no attention to it. You see it as a viewer.
So good.
Slow motion.
What
and
a
even when
shot.
she opens up the sunroof and he's up there, she's like, "Oh my god!" It goes in very slow again.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's when they first saw it. Yeah.
I mean, I will never want to be stuck in that. I mean, imagine if you were in the back seat with these two. That would have been a
No,
good
just
movie.
eat me already.
I'd rather
Dave,
be.
I,
I'd rather
I would
be.
I would have survived. I might not
can't.
have had the dog,
I'm claustrophobic. I would
but I
never
would have
survive in that
survived.
car.
I would have
No.
survived with those two. Yeah, they would have been gone.
But yeah, I mean,
I
it's a
would've thrown
fun.
him
It is a fun film. I mean, I do agree we could have gotten more shark kills, but it turned into a romance at the end, so everybody could walk out, as a
All these
couple, and get
couples.
married.
Three
But-
different couples.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
I would have gave it more. I do feel like that whole first 15, 20 minutes of the film they could have did without. Start with the whole thing about the whale migration and then hit us with the tsunami.
Yeah.
It would have been a better film. And yeah, I mean, the sharks I enjoyed. I thought the sharks were fine.
Yeah.
The shark kills were fun when they happened. And lesson, if you're trapped in a supermarket, do not be the guy who volunteers to put all that shit on.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to
Yeah, that was a tragedy waiting to happen, bro.
I wouldn't have volunteered to go up the air duct either. I mean,
You know what? If it was one thing I would have volunteered, it probably was it. Cause like I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm out of here, man. I'm out. I mean, you're not gonna take the shark to jump out of the water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you see all those-
No, listen.
If you know there's a
Let's-
shark around you,
You're in a movie, but let's come on, think about it. If real
They
life.
have to have space
I'm
to
answering
get
that in
strength
real
to go
life.
up
No,
there.
Joe.
Alright.
No, Joe. Don't
I'm answering
exaggerate,
I'm answering that in real life.
bro.
I'm
You know
not
when
going
do you
to
see
stand
that
on
happening in
my-
real life?
I don't know, but I don't need to find out if it actually
Yes.
happens.
No,
I
but-
don't want to be.
but
I don't
remember-
want to be the first to find out when that happens.
But remember what
Fair
called
enough,
the shark.
fair enough.
Remember what called the shark? There was all those mouses and rats coming out, falling into the water. That kind of
Good shout, Jr. So we didn't talk
They
about
couldn't
that.
stop movement.
Those are rats.
those are. I would have been.
I thought they were spiders. They're rats.
rats.
I thought they were crabs.
No, no,
I-
no,
oh,
no,
crabs.
I think they were crabs.
They
I
were
don't-
crabs. They were crabs.
They were making noises like rats at first,
Alright.
man.
I'm not gonna lie. I sat
They
here
were crabs.
I sat here for a split second and went rats.
Yeah, I know. Me
And I was
too.
like,
Alright.
so I went. I'm like,
too.
I'm like, how high am I? And then you said something, and I'm like, what's going on?
They were making noises
They
though
were
as they're crawling.
crabs,
Though.
like
Bro, how the fuck crabs get in there? Up in there though?
from the ocean.
From the-
How'd they get in?
They
Air
escaped
talk?
I know there was a
section,
whole
dude.
lot of crab. There was a whole
They
lot of
escaped
crabs to
the
decide.
seafood section.
Listen, you gotta suspend your disbelief when you watch this
A
film.
lot.
As I
No,
talk to
no.
you find people about that. I'm discovering that.
Though those crab scene is kind of like a cheap like version of Aliens.
All right, Joe.
Aliens are up there. Like,
Yeah. All right, Joe. Let's get your 2 for this movie. Come on, let's go.
my 2. I'm not gonna give it a 2.
I'm kidding. I'm
Actually,
kidding.
no. Truthfully,
1.5.
truthfully,
1.7.
I'm not gonna lie. I was at a 2.5, and then when we were messaging and you told me it was 3D, I'm like, ah. All right, so I'll bump it up at that point. Listening to you guys,
So
listening to you
3.5.
guys. God, he's not even gonna let me finish. I mean, like,
You're right. I apologize.
like,
I'm sorry.
all
I'm
right,
sorry.
I'm gonna drink my beer. Like, you wanna talk?
I'm
for
sorry,
me?
man. I'm sweating my ass off, bro. I'm drinking this beer quick because I'm.
I am too. 3.5.
probably
I'm sorry. Rick said my score.
You probably got
3.5.
central air right now going on. You don't hear this.
It's not. It's not really.
No.
Okay.
I loved the foreshadowing of all the birds just migrating away, knowing that tsunami is coming.
Coming.
I,
Yeah. That's
I
the
love
short
stuff
story.
like that in film or in TV. Like I love when you know something's coming. You know, as a viewer, you know. But
Listen.
when you see, yeah,
When you live in Florida and there's no birds flying around above you, and a hurricane is coming,
Good to
it's
know.
not. It's not going to be good.
good. to know.
The bird said, "I'm the fuck out of here."
And what I like about it, I know people may seem, oh, it just happens so sudden. I mean, me and GR, we live in Bridgeport, like about 2010 around it,
Not far-
yeah,
not far from the
2010.
ocean.
There was a tornado that actually hit Bridgeport, and it happened like that, no
Yeah.
warning, nothing. All of a sudden, it got pitch black, and it went in all this destruction, no warning.
Isn't
So-
that what tsunamis are known for, though?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's an
Very, like,
tsunami.
abrupt.
Tsunami is an earthquake.
It's an earthquake. It's the
Yeah.
after effect of an
Across
earthquake.
the-
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
By the
So-
That's
way,
why
that-
everything
that-
shook at first.
By the
Yeah.
way, that year you had a hurricane, an earthquake, and a tornado. Meanwhile, in Florida,
In Florida, yeah. So I love that. Again, the foreshadowing of the birds and just that knowing what's coming, because you know it's all right. They're gonna be stuck in it. So I love that subtle hint of foreshadowing. They didn't go too like deep into it. They just kept it at that, which is really nice. But I mean, again, I'm judging this by when I first saw it. This is a movie. Angel said it has a lot of replay value. It's not long. It's a short film. 4 is my original score. If I was to rate it, if I would have saw it then, because it's a lot of fucking fun. Julian McMahon's at that time he was the man. He was the coolest motherfucker on earth during that time. When I saw him in this movie, I'm like, he's in this movie and he's not even the star. Like, this is what the hell. And yeah, I think it was pretty cool. Now, on my cons, I'm gonna just bring them up now. Like, I hated the ending with the guy turning into an action movie with the shotgun underwater.
Oh, I thought that was so funny.
You did? I hated that. I
thought it was.
I hated it. It would have been a 4.5 probably for me, but I knocked
laughed so hard when that happened.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're not supposed to. That's supposed to be like his big hero moment. And then when he goes up, bring him up, he's just the taser.
Electrifies him.
Yes. I mean, yo, a taser could kill a 12-foot long shark.
All right, don't make me bring my score down.
No, chill.
It's too late.
This is stuff that
I know.
This is why I don't like it even more. Is what I'm saying.
I know.
Because this stuff came at the end. It came in and went. It's not gonna hamper everything that came before it.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that. And the main character, what was his name? GR, you know his name. What's his name? Josh, right?
Josh.
His actor was a little shaky to me. He was not that great. Not that great. So I think he could have done, I don't know, a lot better than but again, I'm not expecting fucking Titanic here. So yeah, I thought it was a 4 for the time. If I was gonna rate it now, yeah, 3.5 would probably be fair. But as a 4 for the time, man, I saw this movie so many times. My brother was infatuated with this movie because natural disasters. It was different. They're stuck in a supermarket with 2 sharks stuck in here with the humans. The sharks don't want to be in there. They want to be in the ocean. It's not, again, people don't see it that way. They're not trying to just, all right, let's just stalk every single human being possible. They're scared. Just being in the water. They're killing motherfuckers. But again, sharks wouldn't do that either, because sharks don't just kill people. They kill people because they think there's something else. Seal, fish, whatever the case may be. They don't just actively hunt people. In this movie, it did kind of feel like, yeah, this guy's hunting all these motherfuckers in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be it for that. But yep, thank you for joining us one more time for 3 Corners of Horror. This is Shark Month. We're gonna be talking shark movies next week. What we got, GR, for 3 Corners of Horror, my brother?
We're gonna talk about another Australian film, The Reef.
Ooh, The Reef. Angel, have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't want no.
The second one sucked.
The second one's called like Stalked or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I did see that.
Don't watch it.
I was gonna say, feel free to pass.
Oh yeah.
The first one, though. The first one's good.
Yeah. The first one. GR picked Bait, right? Joe did Blue Sea, and The Reef was my choice. Yeah. So let's see how we fare with that. That's gonna be an interesting one.
JR is gonna be on vacation. He's not gonna be at a summer camp, but the rest of us may be. So Angel, Rick, and I have a full cast that I gotta control in one night.
We got a lot of special guests that day.
A lot of stuff. Yep.
Camp.
I'll be a camp counselor there.
So he's right. What's that? That's 2 weeks from now, right?
2 weeks from now.
So 2 weeks from now, join us live, Horror Fiend TV with Angel and more. I'm Ricky Grimes. Angel, thank you once again. Voices from the Mausoleum. Subscribe to her channel. JR and Joe the Psychologist, thank you. Come back next week. Stay good, stay healthy, stay scared.